Do this technique tonight, and what you want will manifest by morning. Hi, everyone. Robert ZINK, your miracle mentor and alchemy success coach. And today we are soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle. We're always flying in the direction of your dreams and goals. High flyers, want to thank you for subscribing, and remember to click the bell icon because we're here almost every day with a new video to empower your life based on the law of attraction. And today's video is no exception. Imagine going to bed with a desire for something to manifest, waking up in the morning, and there it is. It's waiting for you. It's that easy. So high flyers, what I like about this is that the power of your mind has the ability to create a whole new reality, a whole new level of 3D that wasn't there the night before, wasn't there a few hours ago, wasn't there a few minutes ago. And you can begin living it right away. Because if you can see it and feel it in your mind, you can live it in your life. Now, if the first thought that you have is that that's impossible, I mean, that kind of stuff only happens to other people. Manifesting requires a lot of hard work, and you've got to really struggle and pay your dues in order to manifest. If that's your belief system, then that is the reality you will manifest. You see, if you have a belief system that states this is going to be difficult, this is going to be challenging, then perhaps you have a lack mentality. Perhaps you're operating from a position of lack rather than a position of abundance. More importantly, perhaps you've adopted some limiting beliefs. And look there's plenty of them to go around on the internet. There's all kinds of people talking about the law of attraction and still talking about limiting beliefs. What I'm talking about is you, wherever you're at right now, whatever your journey is about, whether you want to manifest a specific person or a phone call or hear from an employer or whatever it is, you imagine it, then you feel it. And there's this certain locked into feeling. I call it being locked into the frequency. All of a sudden, you realize you're locked into the frequency of whatever it is you desire to manifest. And then you go to sleep. And when you wake up, what you desire has manifested. You could be waking up to money in the bank, an overnight healing, a message from your specific person, a business deal that has come together, even unexpected money and wealth. The secret, and I don't know how to describe this other than when your thoughts and your feelings are congruent, when they're in harmony, when they're working together, when you're not fighting yourself, you feel locked in, you feel like you're in the flow. And when you feel locked in to the frequency or in the flow, that's when the manifestation takes place without any resistance. So I think the key to attracting what you want, yes, you can have a negative self-concept. You can have a limiting self-concept. And you can still have an incredible imagination and you can still manifest overnight. But if you have a positive, unlimited self-concept, if you have a no limits self-concept, as Wayne Dyer used to use the word no limits in his book, if you have a no limits self-concept, then when you invoke the power of your imagination and the power of feelings, you become locked in much quicker, much faster, much easier. So what is the one thing that you want to change about your self-concept? How about starting here? changing the belief that you can't manifest something quickly overnight to I can manifest something quickly overnight. What if you believed that manifesting for you was easy, whether it be with love or money or health or abundance or happiness, whatever it is? What if you totally believed that about yourself without any reservation? Now, high flyers, all of what I'm talking about right now is based in part on the teachings of Neville Goddard, and he goes into it in great depth. But Wayne Dyer said this, and I think this is very important. Those who believe in miracles see them all the time, and those who don't never do. Think about that. Believing in miracles, however you want to define miracle. I told the story in a past video of my Uncle Mac and how my Uncle Mac, his wife had a heart attack, and he spent his night on the knees. The doctor told him to prepare that she wouldn't last the night, that she would be dead within the next few hours. There was nothing else they could do for her. And so he pulled out a pillow, he got on his knees, and he began to see and feel and believe. And he could hear her. He could hear her voice saying to him, I'm okay. I feel great. I feel wonderful. What am I doing in here? He could feel the excitement of the doctor re-examining her and saying, I don't know what happened, but she's fine. She can go home. And he focused on that with gratitude all night long, praying with God, thanking for the miracle that would ensue. The next morning, his head was laying on the bed. He was more asleep than awake at this point. And she sat up in bed, wires hooked up to her. She sat up. She said, Mac, I'm hungry. I'd like some ice cream. Now, he didn't visualize that, but there it was. I'd like some ice cream. Well, naturally, he ran out. The doctors came in. They examined her. She was fine. After undergoing a massive heart attack the night before, she was fine the next day. I remember I was doing a workshop in London, and I had to be there. There were people that had purchased tickets, and I was sitting on the airplane in Seattle, and we sat there on the tarmac for 2 hours, and I missed my connecting flight to London. And I went to the airlines, and they said, there's no way we could get you there even within a week. You're welcome to try back. Maybe you can fly standby, but we just don't see. I mean, it's packed, and we only do 2 flights a day to London. So I went to the hotel. I lied down, and then I began thinking and visualizing myself on that airplane and watching a movie. I love watching movies and documentaries on airplanes because you're undisturbed. You know, you're in a capsule where there's no time or space. So I love doing that. And I visualized it. And the next morning, the 7:30 flight came around, and they didn't call my name. And then came the 6:00 flight in the evening, and they were calling people's names. And then they called my name, and I got on the plane. Guess what? They put me in first class, recliner, special food, unlimited champagne, big movie screens. It was incredible. I had manifested that overnight by focusing on the imagination and the feelings, but also within my self-concept was the idea that I could manifest it. It was going to happen. And I literally expected it. High flyers, the more you adopt an unlimited mindset, didn't it feel? I just love saying that. Unlimited mindset. The more you adopt it and believe it about yourself, starting right now, the sooner you'll be able to manifest miracles, not just now, but anytime. And not just overnight, but sometimes within hours, sometimes even within minutes. Use this powerful affirmation to help you adopt that unlimited mindset. I manifest miracles. I love that. I'm not calling for a miracle. I'm not begging for a miracle. I realize that the miracle must come through me, that my belief must be so strong that the miracle happens in accordance with my imagination. I manifest miracles. Write it down. Say it every day. Make it part of your daily litany of affirmations. Make it part of your belief system and believe it with all of your heart and soul. When you know that you can manifest miracles anytime by visualizing the outcome, by focusing on the feeling of the wish fulfilled, by allowing your timeline to shift rapidly in minutes, hours, even overnight, then the miracle that you desire doesn't need to make sense. You just need to believe it. You see, when Uncle Mac was on his knees, he didn't have any doubt that a miracle was about to take place. When I was preparing for that flight to London, I didn't have any doubt that I would be on the next plane the next day. Well, it was almost the next plane, but it came very close. But I didn't have any doubt. I knew that I had the ability to manifest a miracle in my life. Now, coming up next, a video called Your Miracles Will Come in 60 Minutes or Less. I urge you to watch it. It's coming up next.